Listen, Danny, if you change your mind and you decide you want to send her one, and you don't know the technical details on how to do it, just ask Lorne. He'll help you out.
This ain't 2007, man.
I Barry come up with something like that.
Leave it to old Barry to talk about the truth.
Barry likes to tease.
Make references to things that I've actually done. What a jerk.
Bro, don't listen.
Barry likes to put Lorne down. That's what Barry likes to do.
Barry likes to do what? What does Barry like to do, Lorne?
Barry likes to put Lorne down. That's what Barry likes to do.
Yeah, well, why would I hold the trash when I can put it down?
I'd like to put Emma down.
Bro, Barry teases Lorne because he, in a show of love to me, he sent me a picture of his asshole.
In a show of love, Danny. In a show of love. Do you love your sister, Danny? You should do it. That's how we show love, isn't it?
Lorne, you sent her a picture of your little asshole?
That is sorry, Ramona.
I had said, because Lorne had said that no one's ever seen his asshole. And, actually, no, let me go back, Lorne. Let me be honest. Let me go back. What had happened was Lorne... Okay, I'll be honest. Lorne had... Damn it. Bro, this better not leave, my apartment and our parents' basement. You better not tell them any of what I'm about to tell you. Do you hear me? Bro, yeah. I don't think you agree. Do you hear me? You're not.
I hear you, sis. I'm going to tell them asshole pictures? No.
You're not going to tell them anything of what I'm about to tell you and Barry, and Emma already knows this. But when Lorne and I first met, every day Lorne would send me naked pictures of himself, penis pictures of himself, and he would send me shower videos and sometimes videos of him dancing naked. And he would send me these things. And one day I realized, literally out of the blue, I was like, he sent me pictures of his dick. He sent me pictures of his balls. He sent me pictures of him naked from front angle, side angle, back angle. He sent me pictures of his butt. I mean, Lorne, I still don't know how you managed to take a picture of your butt using a mirror and a camera. Do you remember that?
Yeah, how did you do that?
Anyway, I can tell you the story.
Lorne is goofy, but
isn't that sweet, Danny? What do you think of him now, there, old Danny?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, just listen. Okay, so he sent me all these pictures, and I realized one day that I had not seen his asshole. And I said, send me an asshole picture. And he said, no one's ever seen it. And I said, well,
which we know is bullshit because, they look up there when they arrest you for trying to rape a child.
No, he said no one.
Oh. Lorne, did they have to go up and take a little cavity search? Because when I was in the can, they had to do that to me, too.
Yeah.
Shut up. You were not in jail, bro. Stop lying.
Listen, I'm trying to get some dirt out of Lorne. Stop it.
No, okay. So anyway, stop being mean to him. Just listen. So he had, so I had said, well, send it to me, I'll be the first to see it. He said, no, I'm not going to send it. And then one day he messages me, and I can't remember, he said something like, I can't believe how much I love you. I can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm like, doing what? And he said, I'm going to send it to you. Like, send what? Yeah, I'm going to send you my asshole. And so he did. He sent me a video where he's giggling, and then he turns around and he bends over and he shows it to me. And, and I, he did that out of love. And he,
Out of love.
Well, Barry, you don't understand. He got drunk one night, and
oh, well, that sounds loving.
No. He got drunk one night, and he talked to Emma, because apparently he had called her over and over again, and this was
when he called her?
No, Lorne, I don't condone the things you said on this call, but I'm not holding against like the foul names you called me on this call, I don't condone that, but I'm not going to hold this against him for the fact that he freaked out. Like he freaked out, thinking that I had like shared his asshole pictures with his community or something like that, and like he had said, this bitch is the only one who's ever seen my asshole, my little ass.
Did you like that, Danny? He called your sister a fucking bitch too. I don't know if you knew about that.
But
that's some repugnant shit.
No,
but he was real drunk. He gets drunk a lot, Danny.
No, but he was upset.
When he says these things, it's only because he's been drinking, which he does.
Well, maybe somebody would help food for him. Maybe he had a good reason. Maybe he didn't mean to do it.
No, but I did wrong. I don't know what I did because I didn't do anything. I'd never shared any of the pictures.
So let's review what you just said. I did wrong. I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything, but I did wrong. So does it seem like a reasonable arrangement for the girlfriend to blame herself and say, I did something wrong, when the guy gets drunk and calls her a fucking bitch, and asks another girl for pictures of her privates and her breasts?
But he was drunk.
Yeah, but come on.
He was drunk, though.
In Lorne's defense, though, Emma is a grown woman, so he waited a while. He didn't do it after 90 minutes the way he would if she had been a 13-year-old girl.
But he was drunk.
Then again, he was drunk, which he is quite often. And by the way, he's going to be a professional driver, which is just the kind of job you want an alcoholic to have.
No. He's not an alcoholic because the whatever the hell you call it, the probation officer has the breathalyzer, so he's not an alcoholic. And I'll have you know, it's been a month. Congratulations, Lorne. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Ramona.
Yeah, but buy this fucking man a car. Nope, don't do that. He might go out and celebrate.
No, it's been a month. I am proud of him. This is the longest that it's been since I've known him. This is the longest by far that it has been that he has not had anything to drink. And
it's a very impressive accomplishment.
Lorne,
now,
my picture, you're sending pictures of your dick to my sister and to Emma?
It was before I met Ramona.
But don't worry, Danny. He believes in fairness. He demands pictures of their genitals be sent back. Fortunately,
I've never sent anything.
Ramona hasn't complied. But don't doubt for a second that he's asked.
I've never sent any pictures of my genitalia to Lorne.
Lorne, did you ask her for pictures of her genitalia?
I don't think I did.
I don't think so. I can't remember for sure. It's possible. I mean, I asked so many girls for pictures of their genitals.
Well,
I don't keep records on this stuff.
No. You know what? No, this even goes even further to Lorne's credit, because I will have you know that several times he asked me for pictures of my genitalia, but I will say this: he never pressured me.
That is to his credit. Well, he can't pressure you from far away, but he can pressure you when he's in the same room and he's got those 5-6 beers in him, which is what worries me. And what should worry you, Danny, if I'm being honest with you.
He said that he would never lay his hand on a woman. He was raised by his mom.
Yeah, well, he said he would stop drinking and calling you names too, and we saw
and
how
he has
Charles Manson was raised by his mom.
He has
that doesn't
not.
mean anything.
He has
a very
not
good point.
In a month. And and again, I say congratulations.
Again, I say thank you.
That's not an accomplishment, Ramona. I hate to tell you, but that's nothing to brag about.
No, nothing that I do is going to be an accomplishment for Barry.
No, if you did things that were reasonably admirable, I would credit you for them. But the fact that you want to be rewarded and celebrated for going a month without drinking, as though that's most people go months and months and months and months and months without drinking. And it's not an issue for them.
Before without drinking, Barry.
That's fascinating. I mean, 2.5 years. Man.
Yeah. I didn't
double
have to
that.
if I didn't want to.
So you want to drink. That doesn't help your case any.
I don't want to drink now. I don't even have the hankering for it.
I don't know.
So,
Well,
sorry to disappoint you, Barry. You seem to
You're not
you don't.
I don't know you.
No, you don't.
All right. Well, I know enough to know what I need to be able to share with Ramona and her family to warn them about how dangerous you are for her.
You can't share anything else with Mom. Mom is already crying every night.
Is Mom going to accept it, Lorne?
I don't see how Mom can accept Lorne. Mom watches To Catch a Predator on TV and just cries and shakes her head and says, "Why didn't I have all sons?" So sad. It's heartbreaking.
That I know she never said. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's so upset. And now with the missing money, she doesn't know what to do.
Lorne's pattern of behavior, and he may have run this game on you already, Dan, but Lorne's pattern of behavior is to say about things that he can't deny because they're on the public record, because everybody already knows about them. Well, you don't know me. You don't really know me. And then he's always got a qualifier. He's always got some reason why the thing that he did isn't what he wanted to do. It's not reflective of the kind of person he is, but there is some mitigating circumstances. Somebody else did him wrong, or his head was in the wrong place, or he had this problem or that problem or this problem, and that always explains everything wrong that he did. Did you know that he stole $30,000 from a retired couple, and he used that money to fund his expedition to Nashville whenever he moved from Maine to Nashville?
The explanation I got was that
a little bit more.
They stole the money from him. He stole the money, but they stole it from him.
And so
somebody robbed the money that he's robbing. Now somebody robbed the money.
You say stuff that you know nothing about.
You didn't bilk a retired couple out of $30,000, Lorne?
I didn't use that money to fund my way down to Nashville.
Did you steal the money, Lorne? Does it matter what you did with it?
I'm going to be paying that lady back.
You stole it.
He's paid her back, right? Lorne, you paid her back?
You paid her back for $30,000. He's paying. Now Danny, let me explain.
Lorne has paid like around $100 of that money back. So Lorne is paying it back.
Right, and
you're paying her $100 a week?
No, he paid her $100 total back of that money, so he is paying her back.
And that's over the course of a year and a half, which means that by the rate he gets done paying her back, should be like 612 years old, which is the prime age to enjoy all that money.
I'll be paying her back a lot faster now. I'll be paying her back a lot faster now that I have this new job.
Well, that's fine, Lorne.
I don't have all the other bills in the way.
Lorne has a new job. Congratulations.
Why don't you just tell her to go get a job? She's a stupid bitch, right? I mean, you said that before about her. Danny, did you know that? That the lady he stole the $30,000 from, he said, tell that bitch can go get a fucking job.
I
called her a bitch?
Well, he had said because
I believe, in fairness.
Well, because I had told. Well, I had said. Well, yes, because he was frustrated because she was going online saying mean things about. She was going online saying mean things about him.
Yeah, I mean, she was saying mean things about him, and he was frustrated. So fuck that bitch. She should get a job. And he probably took the $8 or whatever that he saved up to pay her that month and went and bought some beer with it. Just fuck that bitch.
$8 doesn't buy that much beer. That's okay. No, don't get mad at him.
Throw her some money. Throw her a couple of bucks. Come on.
Because she was saying mean things about him online, and like she would go on his YouTube channel and she would say nasty things about him.
Like what? What did she say that was nasty?
I don't remember because I didn't read any of it. I used to watch his videos.
Lorne, what did you say that was nasty, Lorne?
I saw some of them. Most of them were like most of them were to the effect of why doesn't that bum pay me back? Man, I wish that loser would give me my money back. You know, really nasty stuff, really uncalled for. So he got
paying her.
So she went on that, Barry.
Well, because then what happened was Lorne had.
Did she call you a fucking bitch, Lorne? Did she tell you to go get a fucking job?
Well, because then what had happened was Lorne had blocked her off of his YouTube channel, and then he found out that she was still going and saying nasty things about him.
So he said something nasty about her and decided he wasn't going to pay her any more money.
That's not cool. That's not cool to be calling women bitches.
But you see, Danny, back in 2005, somebody promised him some deviled eggs and some toast. And then they were like, oh, I don't have your
It was
toast.
mac and cheese. It wasn't toast.
Oh.
It was mac and cheese. It was not toast.
The toast was my addition. I was kind of hungry for toast.
Well, I think you should stop calling people bitches, and I think you should pay this lady back her money. If you owe her, you got to pay her. Come on.
That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on it.
It's always what he's going to be doing. It's always what he's going to be doing. From now on, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stop drinking, and I'm going to pay her back, and I'm going to stop calling Ramona a fucking bitch, and I'm going to stop asking other women for pictures of their private parts, and I'm going to stop meeting random strangers over at the Circle K for parking lot sex.
That was one time, and we had an argument about it.
Well, I guess if he'd have done it if he'd have done it 2 or 3 times, we'd have an issue here. But if he only did it once, then we have an issue here.
Well, Lorne says he's a changed man since that happened.
Well, of course he says that, because he wants you to give him another chance after chance after chance.
Lorne, have you met anybody at the Dunkin' Donuts or the Circle K for sex since that happened with that girl? Lorne?
Huh?
Have you met anybody at Dunkin' Donuts or Circle K since that happened with that girl?
No. I haven't met anybody.
See, so there you go.
It's like I haven't tried to rape any children since that one time in Bowling Green. So give me a break, man. Let's run down the facts.
You're reaching, Barry.
But I'm not reaching for a 13-year-old girl. I'm reaching for the truth.
How do I know that?
Which is far sexier. How do I know that? What do you want? You want to watch or something? Lorne
he
tried
doesn't do that stuff now, is what he says, and he doesn't. I mean, he's not still stealing money from old people.
But let me finish. Okay, it is a fact that is his background. That is his past. It is also a fact that he has shown numerous times, a sexual proclivity for children and a willingness to violate them.
He only did that one time.
No, he only got caught doing it on TV one time. But the fact is that we know that there were at least 5 people that Lorne thought were teenage girls that he tried to proposition sexually. Yeah. We know that for a fact.
And how many of them did he meet?
I would like to know about these. You think you're so smart and know everything about me?
Because what you may not remember is that several of the girls you propositioned during your time in Bowling Green were actually perverted justice operatives who took records of those propositions. Kayla wasn't the only one.
Anybody no, that girl was
And we know from the chat log that Lorne had another teenage girl about the same age as the age he thought Kayla was, that was on his MySpace page, that he explained to Kayla was his girlfriend before she came along. So we know that he had at least one other teenage girl that he considered his girlfriend.
That one I don't know anything about.
Well, I can provide the documentation.
Isn't that funny how you bring up stuff that I don't know anything about?
Yeah, isn't that funny how I bring up stuff that you don't remember, that you blocked from your memory, and you haven't acknowledged in so many years that you don't recall whether it's true or not? It doesn't matter whether you remember it, Lorne. It's on the record. It exists as public record. So it doesn't matter whether you remember it or not.
I'd like to see this record because the underage girl.
I'd be happy to send him to you if you weren't blocked from the internet for trying to fuck a child.
He's not blocked from the internet. His probation officer has his computer and his phone.
Oh, okay. Why is that? Because he was doing real good on the internet, or some other reason?
Well, she took it. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, why did
you use it? I think
so well time on it. Because they thought I was spending too much time on it. So I was trying to make money
on
so surveys and stuff like that, and I hadn't my YouTube channel up on all the time. I was answering comments on the YouTube channel, and they thought I was on it too much.
Are they going to get back to you?
Yeah, they didn't take it away for good. They just wanted me for a while.
You know, they just took it away for. It's perfectly normal for the police to take away a 50-year-old grown man's internet access and computer. That's normal. I mean, they do that because
you're constantly reaching to try to put me down, Barry. So
I'm stating the facts.
Care about anything you say.
Let me explain something to you. Stating the facts is not equivalent to putting you down. It would be.
You're not stating the facts, is you're reaching for things to try to put me down with.
Everything I've said is true.
In your voice, to tell you the truth, you talk too much.
Well, you can stop listening. Everything I've said is a matter of record. Everything I've said is a matter of record, and I can prove it all. I can prove every allegation I'm making. That's the difference.
Sure you can. Manufactured stuff is always easy to prove.
What's that?
Manufactured stuff is always easy to prove.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did they manufacture the 6 phone conversations you had with the decoy? Did they manufacture the drive that you took, the hour-long drive you took from Nashville to Bowling Green? Did they manufacture the condoms? Did they manufacture the condoms that you had in your car?
No, there wasn't 6 phone calls.
It was 6 phone calls. I can show you every one of them. All 6. I understand that you may not be able to count that high, but I can promise you there were 6. There still are.
I have the DVDs and the CDs. There were not 6 phone calls.
I have the 6 recordings with timestamps on every one. There were 6.
No, of course you do.
Ron, how many phone calls are you saying that there were?
I believe there was only 2.
Yeah, well, you're 4 short. There were 6.
There were 2 phone. Okay, so which is it, guys?
There were 6. I can give them to you right now. I can give you the.
Might have been 3, but I think it was only 2.
2, 3, 6.
I don't know what to tell you, dog.
39.
I'm looking at phone calls. I got them in front of me. Doesn't matter what you say. Danny, you want to email Barry? Danny,
I've got the CDs right here from the prosecutor.
I can play.
Let's hear it. You don't know
Barry,
shit.
let me hear it.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me pull these.
Turn one on. Let's see if you got all 6 of them.
Give me a second. You guys continue your discussion while I access the. You know what? I'll play the best one. I'll play you the very best one. And while I'm working on that, you guys keep talking.
But I still want you to like Lorne. And
Why
Lorne,
do you want me to? It's not going to happen.
No. I'm talking to Bro. And Lorne.
Lorne is a funny guy, and he's not totally repulsive looking. But you got 2 hot doctors after you, sis. When do you make mom and dad happy? Throw them a bone. Date a doctor.
But wait,
PhD versus RSO. Come on.
But no, I think Lorne's winning Bro over. Emma, do you think
I like Lorne? But no offense, Lorne, I don't want you as my brother-in-law. I think you should have a doctor. I'd like to go out golfing with a doctor, not hanging out in a shed with a RSO.
No, I want you to like Lorne. I really do. I want you to like him. Lorne, don't you want Bro to like you?
I don't want him to be I don't want to have Thanksgiving dinner with him, no.
Lorne?
Yeah.
I want Bro to like you, and I'm really proud of you.
I want him to like me too, but I can't do anything about it.
No. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Ramona.
What are you proud? What are you proud of him for?
Lorne, are you crying? Shut up, guys.
Lorne, are you crying?
Shut up, guys.
Man, he's crying again.
Shut up.
Man,
shut up.
No, I'm
talking. No, shut up. Lorne, baby, are you crying?
Yeah, but I'm trying not to.
What's going through your head?
What's the matter?
Shut up. Don't. Nobody say anything but me.
He's trying not to cry like he tried not to drive to Bowling Green.
I am the only one who can speak right now. Lorne is crying, and I am going to talk to him. You guys be quiet. Lorne, are you crying?
I'm tired of the hate.
Mm-hmm. Picture I'm giving you a hug right now, okay?
Not that big a hug. Come on, you do a little hug. My sister.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I am proud of you, Lorne.
That's all I care about, Ramona.
And, you know, this is a good opportunity to win Bro over. Because he's special to me, too.
Crying's not going to win me over. Barry, let me hear that tape.
Okay, you guys ready to listen to something interesting?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're about to play. I don't know what you're about to play.
Well, let's find out. Let's find out.
It's good. Both. So are you looking at me right now, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Oh, my God, you sound like a toddler.
What are you thinking?
What is that?
Shut up, guys. Shut the fuck up, or else I'm gonna... Shut up, or else I'm gonna disconnect all of you. And it's just gonna be me and Lord. Shut the fuck up.
What's going on? What's going on, Ramona?
I want to talk to Lord. Just be quiet. Please respect my wishes.
Guys, everybody be quiet. Let
Lord.
Ramona calm down. It's okay. Are you crying, Ramona? What's the matter? Are you crying?
Lord. Oh, shut up, guys. Lord.
I'm here.
Hold on a second. Okay. Hang on.
Hi.
Hold on.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
What?
I want everybody to listen to me very carefully, okay?
What? No, stop.
You gotta hear this stuff, Ramona. You gotta face the facts.
Stop. I'm not gonna listen to anything. I'm just gonna act like it didn't happen.
You have to face the reality of the situation. This is who he is. And these people don't change.
Barry,
These people don't change.
I'm so tired of you kind of constantly putting me down to people, saying that people don't change. You don't know me, so don't pretend like you do.
I do know you, Lorne. What do you mean I don't know you?
The only reason you have to put me down to her is because you want her.
My feelings for Ramona aren't the issue here. Okay,
yes.
The character of your person is what's on trial here, not my feelings for Ramona, which frankly are none of your business.
I'm not on trial with you. I don't care about you, Barry.
That's fine. I'm not talking to you, Lorne. I'm talking to Ramona.
Ramona hears this stuff, she can hear it with me. You don't need to be playing that stuff.
No,
that's stuff for me and her to talk about.
She will never get the truth out of you because you have an angle.
Yeah, she will.
Your angle is
that when we meet, I would bring them things right with me so she could hear every one of them and see the actual DVDs that I have.
She can hear it right now, Lorne. It's public record. You don't have a monopoly on that stuff. That's what you don't seem to understand. You can't edit the past, and you can't censor the truth. It's all out there. And I've got it. And that's your work here.
You constantly
else
try to put me
that
down.
is interested in her best has the same information that you're trying to suppress and hide and minimize and explain away and mitigate and attenuate and all the rest of it.
There's no way that I can hide or minimize anything that happened with me. It's all over the internet.
It doesn't stop you from trying. How you doing, Ramona?
Ramona, are you crying?
Trying to put me down.
This is
Ramona, what's wrong? Are you crying?
This is like being at the gym. It hurts, and a good workout hurts.
That wasn't Lorne. That wasn't him. I don't think.
Oh, it wasn't Lorne.
No.
Lorne, was that you? Was that your voice, Lorne?
That wasn't his voice.
Lorne, was that your voice?
It's Danny. Ramona, it's okay. Are you crying? Are you crying, Ramona? It's okay. It's okay. Lauren, why are you making her cry?
Hold on a second. TJ's messaging me now.
Teach.
Anthony, I know it's hard for you to see your sister struggle this way, and I want to say I'm sorry that you have to go through this as a family. But to be frank, this is the truth, and the truth hurts. But this is a necessary process, and it's the only way that we can bring your family into a place of healing. And honestly,
Barry, I think the only thing we can do is you got to start dating Ramona. Just start dating her. Show her a good time. You know, get her not thinking about Lorne.
I'll lay it out. I'll put it like this.
I know you're not into the diaper thing. She only does that occasionally.
I can live with that. I can live with the diapers.
Then, other than that, she's perfect.
It's okay. I think your sister is one of the most wonderful people I've ever known, and I know that I've only known her a short time, but in that time I've come to care about her very deeply. And I say that not as somebody who's trying to pursue her explicitly, but as a friend, as somebody who recognizes her value as a person, her greatness, and all the things that she has to offer the world and the right man. If it's me, then that's up to the fates to decide. And I'd recognize that I'm be lucky and blessed beyond anything I could ever hope for to have a woman like her. But my concern for her goes beyond those kinds of feelings. Okay, I want her to be with the very best person for her, whoever that is. And I'm not going to pretend to know the future and say that I know who it is, but I know who it is not. And it is not a 50-year-old child rapist, con man, loser who will never be able to provide the life for her that she deserves.
I agree. I agree with you.
Thank you. And Lorne, I know it makes you mad as hell when I say those things, but
Barry, I don't care about anything you have to say, Barry.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You care very much about what I have to say. It makes you mad as hell when I say these things. But I think you should challenge yourself to explore the possibility that the reason it makes you so mad when I say these things is not because they're not true and because I'm maligning you in any way, but because they are true and you can't handle the truth and it bothers you that there's somebody that's able to see past all your bullshit and your smoke screens and just tell it like it is. You're not used to having that in your life. You don't know how to deal with it when you encounter it. But I'm not going away. I will hit you in the face with the truth every fucking day until you own who you are. All of it. And until then, it's open, wide open. It's fair game. There's no excuse for the things that you've done. And the fact that every time somebody confronts you with the truth, you have an explanation for why it's not really your fault and why people should just look past it and pretend it doesn't exist and focus on the parts of yourself that you want to build up.
Not my fault.
Is indicative of duplicity and manipulation.
It was my fault.
Good job.
It was my fault.
About time.
Not about time.
Let's hear some more of that.
I've owned up to that.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it.
And if you would stop there, if you would stop with the statement you just made, nobody would have a problem with you. The problem, Lorne, is that every time you say that, there's always a but. There's always a, but you don't know the whole story. You've always got some reason.
You don't tell me that you do.
I know the part of the story that matters. The details don't matter. There's no excuse for trying to fuck a kid, ever. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter who fucked you over. That doesn't give you the right to fuck someone else over, especially a kid.
Listen.
I'm listening.
The reason I say things I say because I try to figure out why I did what I did.
I can help you with that, buddy. You want to know why you did what you did?
You can't help with that. You're not a
goddamn pervert. That's why. Because you're a goddamn pervert who's only interested in yourself. Everybody in your life
professional. You're
is an
free.
accessory, a character in your story. Ramona's a character in your story. She's a prop. She's just another vehicle that you use to try to feed yourself with some kind of self-esteem externally instead of actually dealing with who you are. I'm not going to let you do that to her. She's worth more than that. I'm not going to let you suck the life out of someone like that and leave her an empty husk while you move on to the next mark. Fuck that shit. Not on my watch.
You're such a freak. You're not even
That's what you come back with? I'm a freak? What are we, in grade school? I'm a freak? I'm a faggot? I'm a loser? That's what you say when I get you to the point where you don't have a counter argument to what I'm saying. All you can do is call me names because you don't have anything left. You don't have any facts. You don't have an argument. You don't have a defense, so you go to name calling. But I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not going to let you fucking roll over me like that. You want to call me a fucking bitch? Come do it to my face. I'm ready for you.
You don't.
I'm easy to find. Come pay me a visit. I'm not trying. I'm trying to let you know that you don't have the right to treat people the way you do. You don't have the right to treat anybody the way you treat Ramona. And even though I can't make her stop you from treating her that way by just cutting you out of her life, I'm going to call you on it every time you do it.
I don't treat her like that anymore, so. Like I said, don't think you know me.
That's right. That's right. We want to. I just know the Lorne from a month ago,
Mr.
right?
Non-professional.
That was Lorne from a month ago. God, that's ancient history. I wonder what life was like back then. Back when Lorne was that. I mean, that was eons ago. You're pathetic, man.
You can't even stop talking.
I can see why you have to live your whole world through a fucking telephone because nobody around you can stand to be with you for more than 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's why everybody likes coming over, huh?
Who likes coming over, Lorne? Tell us about all the glitterati and celebrities and world leaders and heads of state always cruising through the old Armstrong trailer estates. No, I wouldn't like to know.
My daddy's money.
Oh man, my daddy was poorer than you are, if you can believe that. I know you probably never thought it was anybody that met that qualification, but
I don't even have anything to say, brother. I care less about anything you say because you're full of shit.
All you care about is everything I say. You're not fooling
anybody.
No,
a little bit. You know, when you say shit, I bring it back to the therapist. And her mouth drops about the shit that you say, and you're supposed to be in the same profession as her.
I don't give a fuck. Your therapist is supposed to make you feel good. You know what?
Obvious that you don't give a fuck.
The state pays your therapist to make you feel good. I tell you the truth for free.
All right, hey, Barry, Lorne, this is going on enough. I gotta hang up. I gotta say a couple things though. Lorne, I think you're an okay guy, but I got to be honest with you. Ramona deserves better. Barry, I hope you have good luck with Ramona. Ramona, are you still here?
I'm here.
Are you still on the line?
I am.
I love you like a sister. And you know that. And you know I would do anything for you.
I know.
Who has told you that you should date Lorne? Has everybody's telling you not to date him. Nobody tells you to date him.
Lorne tells me to date him.
Look at it objectively. Would you want your daughter to date Lorne?
What?
Would you want your daughter 20 years from now? You have a nice daughter. Would you want her having a guy calling her a fucking bitch and sending her pictures of his fiver? Would you really want that?
He doesn't do those things anymore.
Listen to Barry. Listen to Mom. Listen to Dad. Listen to Emma. Listen to me. Listen to everybody. All right, find a good guy. Find a good guy, okay? Lorne, no offense. All right, good night, everybody. I love you, Seth.
Danny, real nice to know you. We'll talk soon, okay? See you, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
How you doing, Ramona?
Hang on a second. TJ's still messaging me.
If I ever got the sense from Lorne that he was truly, listen, I'm never going to like this guy. I'm never going to have any use for a guy like him.
And the feeling is going to be mutual, Barry.
Well, I'll be sure to lose sleep over that tonight. But if Lorne were ever to decide that he was willing to look at his situation honestly, without any blinders or any filters, and come to terms with the reality of who he is and what he's done and what he is, then
this is the problem that I have. You
it would be the awakening.
Trying to put in people's head that I am this person and I am that person, and people make mistakes in their life, Barry, and I made a mistake when my head was messed up. It was my fault. I did it.
Okay, let me say two things about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Two things about that.
I did it. It was my fault. I went there. I don't need to explain to you anything.
When you don't have any obligation to explain anything to me. And I'm not. I don't have the right to hold your feet to the fire in terms of giving me an explanation, and I never have demanded one.
And you keep
saying that as though I'm posturing like I'm demanding an explanation from you, like I'm holding you accountable.
You don't even know me.
And that's not what I'm doing. I don't know where you keep coming up with that. No, you don't owe me an explanation. You don't have to keep reminding anybody of that. Nobody's asserting that you owe me an explanation. So I don't know why you keep going back to that.
A guy from 10 years ago. A guy that had issues 10 years ago.
There you go. Not a guy that tried to rape his kid 10 years ago, but a guy who had issues
like 10 years ago. You're going by what happened 10 years ago.
Why I will never let up on you motherfucker. Because it's not about what you did, it's about the issues you had. It's always about the issues you had and never about the things that you did. And what I'm trying to tell you is that when you demonstrate a pattern of activity, a pattern of behavior, and an obvious predilection for certain things, in the first place, we're going beyond a simple mistake. And in the second place, it speaks to something far more fundamental than whatever temporary circumstances you have convinced yourself led you to do the things you did. Because none of that stuff is relevant. And as long as you try to lean on those things to make excuses for the things that you've done, I got to call you on those things. I can't, because I can't accept any less. You're not being truthful. Yes, I know what the problem is.
You're calling me on shit that you think. And the only thing that you think is what you see from 10 years ago.
Lorne, in the first place, we're not talking about isolated events. And secondly, I evaluate people for a living. It's what I do professionally. I'm very good at it in spite of whatever your opinions as an uneducated simpleton may be about what a therapist's role is.
Isn't that funny how someone in your own field says that he doesn't sound like he's a very good therapist?
Well, isn't that funny how if two therapists disagree about methodology and their approach to a situation, you go with the one that makes you feel good, that sides with you, that validates you? That's convenient, isn't it?
I go with the one that's a female and actually knows what she's talking about.
You go with the one that's a female? What, you have I don't know why, because she has a teenage daughter and you're trying to match, you're trying to play an angle? I don't know. You tell me. Silence. I've done it again. This is what we're dealing with, Ramona, and what I want both of you ladies to recognize is that when I'm able to bring Lorne to this place where the truth is undeniable and he can't retreat from it any further, we get one of three things. We get silence, we get childish insults, or we get tears. We don't get rational responses to the things I'm saying. And the things I'm saying are not...
You don't get responses from me very well, Barry, because I don't like you.
Well, that's stupid.
I don't like
you either. But all I'm doing is
you were supposed to be a professional, and you wouldn't.
The fact that you base your conduct toward me on whether you like me or not kind of says it all. You got your feelings hurt because I have the audacity to tell you the truth about yourself. So because you don't like me, you're just going to not talk to me, just like a kid would.
You're one of those guys that talk so much that you're known as the type of guy you can't trust because you talk so much.
That last 15 seconds of silence, I was done saying what I had to say. Why weren't you talking? More silence. So this is what you can count on, Ramona. This is what you can look forward to, a lifetime of this. If you get married to this guy and you ever find yourself in a situation where you've got to call him on his bullshit and just tell the truth, this is what you're going to get. He's going to shut down. He's either going to just stop talking altogether, or he's going to call you a fucking bitch again, or he's going to start crying, or maybe he'll just take off and head down the street to a bar.
Can you call me on shit, Ramona? Have I come out and told you the honest truth?
Wait, did what, Lorne?
When you called me on stuff, have I come out and told you the honest truth?
Give me an example.
Of anything that you called me on. Anything that you called me on. Haven't I always told you the honest truth? If you thought I was lying about something, you'd call me on it, and I would tell you the truth.
Lorne has never lied to me.
Now, how are you able to verify that Lorne has never lied to you?
Because
Because what? He tells you he hasn't been drinking, and you're able to verify that how? The breathalyzer thing is new. I mean, that's recent, right? But how are you able to verify that he hasn't been drinking before that?
Because I told you, because I know that Lorne has not been drinking every single time that Lorne drinks. And I used to get this, like, at least once a week, but usually twice a week. Lorne would call me several times. Like, Lorne, I would literally, when Lorne drinks, the next day, I wake up to somewhere between 30 and 40 missed calls, 15 to 20 voicemails cursing me out, and hundreds and hundreds of text messages. I have not gotten that in a month. I mean, he's not drinking.
Okay. I mean, look, if he's not, I realize that he's got the breathalyzer thing now, so that forces him to a certain standard, so that's fine. But it's just a symptom. I mean, the drinking is not. The point that I'm trying to make is that you say that Lorne has never lied to you, and Lorne says that Lorne has never lied to you. But the problem with that is that we only have Lorne to rely on for that. We only have Lorne to believe for that. And if Lorne's angle is to put his best face forward, right, the best version of himself forward, it's your perception of Lorne is very important to him, obviously, and he wants you to see him in a certain light, and this and that. So it's be real easy for him to tell you what you want to hear. I mean, that's not hard to do. You can see that, right? So what if I said to you, Ramona, I'm eating an orange right now?
Then I prove stuff to her, too.
Okay, what do you prove to her, and how do you prove it?
Whatever she asked me to do.
Well, that doesn't clarify anything. Give me an example. Whatever she asked me to do, it doesn't matter.
Again, Barry, you continuously talk and nobody can get a word in.
You answered the question and I'm commenting on your answer. How do you prove yourself?
I tried to answer your question, but you still talk.
I was responding to your answer. Answer the question again. I'll be quiet for a real long time. Give you a lot of time to answer. Go.
Well, my answer was real short. She wants to be on the phone with me. She was always on the phone with me. I had no problem at all having her on the phone with me, doing whatever I was doing. She had no question about anything that I was doing, hardly ever, because she was always right there with me, so she knew I wasn't lying about anything.
What the hell does that have to do with what I'm talking about? I'm talking about things.
You just asked me how did she know? You just asked me how does she know I'm not lying to her? She's obviously
on the phone.
She's obviously hearing everything I'm saying and doing. She didn't talk to people in my life.
That doesn't make any sense. I can't hear him drinking a beer, therefore he must not be drinking a beer. Beer makes noise, right? Beer's real loud. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, no, it's not that. Because when he drinks, and Lorne, I don't know, because I know you've been known to have 20 beers in one night. I don't know how you do it.
Jesus Christ.
Well, because he I don't know if he just guzzles them, because he says he doesn't like the taste of them. So I don't know how he gets it down. Lorne, I really don't, because I don't know how. I couldn't drink 20 waters in one night. But I've never heard him drinking, but I know when he drinks, because those messages, they happen.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying that he's been drinking. If he says he hasn't been drinking for a month, that's fine. It's possible, but it's immaterial. The thing that I keep coming back to is that's just it doesn't I'm talking about the root issues. I'm talking about who Lorne is as a person, essentially, the character stuff, right? And so the behavioral stuff is just a function of a person trying to manipulate a situation or influence a situation. And it's troubling on a number of levels when Lorne brags about not drinking for a month as though it's an accomplishment of some kind. Because, you know, I'll go a year sometimes where I don't drink for a month, 12 months in a row. If you understand what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. And the concern is that
Lorne, because he's used to having 20 beers on a Friday night and then maybe another 10 on a Saturday.
And that is the problem.
So for him not to drink, that is a big deal.
Yeah, that's fine. But the problem is that he's the kind of guy that likes to have 20 beers on a Friday night. That's the issue. You see what I'm saying? The issue is not that he's able to curtail bad behavior, self-destructive behavior, and behavior that potentially makes him dangerous to other people. It's the fact that that behavior is normative for him in the first place. That's what's so troubling. You see what I'm saying? It's just like the, like we were talking about the child rape thing, and a guy that has eyes for children for whatever reason, but he doesn't act on it. Okay, it's good that he doesn't act on his sexual appetites, but it's the fact that he has those appetites that's the problem. That's what makes him that's what makes him a dangerous person. So Lorne has all these things that he has, all these tendencies. And if he's able, Lorne, I'm still talking. Lorne, I'm still talking. Lorne, I'm still talking. Lorne, I'm not done talking. Lorne, I'm in the middle of the
You're always talking, Barry. You are always talking. You are always talking, Barry. You are always talking.
Well, now I'm talking.
Lorne, why don't you act like an adult so I can finish what I'm trying to say? Thank you.
You're always talking.
It's the fact that Lorne has these proclivities to begin with that is so alarming. And this is what I keep trying to get you to understand.
That I am something I'm not. That's what the fact is.
It's the fact that I have the audacity to judge him on his actions instead of what he tells us he is. It's
Lorne,
like the that says I'm not a judge.
I mean, I'm not answering any questions with him on the phone.
Lorne, no.
I'm not answering any questions with him on the phone.
No.
I don't like him.
Listen, Barry, I don't want you to say anything. I want Lorne, I have a question for you. I'm not going to hold it against you, I promise. I just need to know, that was not your voice?
Ask me on the phone alone. I am not going to have him on the phone for any questions.
Ramona, do you know what a religious cult is?
Barry, can I call you back in 5 minutes? I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes. I'm going to drop the call. Hang on a second.
I suppose so. All right.
The hell would I do that for? No. Hold on a second. TJ is messaging me constantly. I don't know if TJ knew that. In fact, now I'm going to, no, I'm not going to text. I was going to text Bro and ask him.
Yes, it was me 10 years ago. I did that. That was me. That was my voice. That was my voice. It was me. That was my voice on them calls. I'm not going to deny something that's true. I did that 10 years ago.
So.
That's not me today. I'm not going to go by me today with what was 10 years ago, the mistake that I made when I screwed up. I don't like Barry. I don't like being on the phone with him.
Lorne, you said that you wanted to see a 13-year-old naked. Lorne, the problem that I have, and I mean, can you be honest? Didn't I defend you tonight very well?
Yeah, you did. And the problem is this stuff that you and I should be talking together about alone. Not with Barry on the phone and Emma and your brother. This is between me and you conversation.
Lorne, I have known you for 9 months, right? You love saying that it's been 9 months. I've known you for 9 months. I have talked to you for thousands and thousands of hours in that 9 months. You never told me that there were calls. You never told me that there were calls.
And we never addressed it, and we should have. And I blocked the calls right out of my head. And I might have done it intentionally. Because I intentionally tried to block everything from that out of my head. Because I just hate what I did. And I hate that it happened. And I hate this Church of God crap. I hate everything about all of this. It would be left alone. I want you, and I just want to be left alone with you and not have anybody from that sending me letters and doing anything to you. I don't give a shit about the Church of God crap. I don't want to keep reliving my past that I can't control. I did it, and I made a mistake. It was my fault that I did it. Everything in that was my fault because I was old enough to know better, but I had a problem. I couldn't think straight about what I was doing. But I still did it. It's still my fault.
But what's disturbing to me is the fact that almost a year into this thing, Lorne, I am now finding out that there's calls.
And you and I were supposed to listen to these calls like almost a month ago, and we still never listened to them together because I have them right here on CD.
Well, you have me right here.
I would bring the CDs and the DVDs so you could see everything that I have and everything that I did.
Lauren, you have me right here. And I'm not going anywhere. I'd like you to play the calls.
Hang on. I'm trying to find the CDs.
All right.
He tries to say that I'm a certain person now, and I'm not.
Lauren, are you finding the calls?
I'm trying to get the CD player working.
Well, since you can't figure out how to work the CD player, I'm going to see if I can find them on YouTube, because I think when he mentioned that there were calls, I think he said that they're on YouTube.
He said there were 6 of them. There's not 6.
There
isn't 6.
You say there's not 6 of them?
There's not 6.
Okay.
We're 6 times on the phone.
How many calls are there? Let me see. What do you think I should Google to find these calls if they're on YouTube?
I don't.
Maybe I'll just Google Lorne Armstrong phone call. Lorne Armstrong phone call.
Yeah, be right back in.
Okay, so so there are 6 phone calls, it says here. Phone call 1, 2, 3.
I don't believe there were 6. I don't remember 6 phone calls.
Okay, let's see. All right, so I'm going to start. Okay, so I'm going to play. All right, so I'm going to start playing them.
If the CD player works in this car or not.
Don't worry about it. I got it. I'm going to play them.
Hello?
As soon as this
Hey,
loads.
that was quick.
Hey, honey.
How you doing?
I'm doing
Buffer,
good. How
so
are you
annoying.
I'm pretty good.
Can get the CD going this one.
Don't worry about the CD. I have the call.
Precious. What took you so long?
Don't worry about it because you're getting it from the
I had to
internet.
find the phone.
I don't remember 6 phone calls.
Well, if it's your voice, I'll assume that
sorry.
they're the calls that you had.
So
with the
what?
decoy.
that it took me so long to call.
Well,
It bothers me because I don't remember
I'd be
6 phone
sorry about
calls.
that.
I remember
I knew you were going
2,
to call.
maybe 3. I don't remember 6.
I'm sure you'll remember them after you hear them.
Huh?
I
was
don't
talking
want
to
to hear.
you.
You was talking to me?
Yeah.
I was talking to you.
Well, I can have Mary play them
Pretty
for me, or
voice.
I can listen to them.
No.
Aw, thank you.
All right,
You're
then.
welcome.
I do want you to know
Do
about
you
it
have a
because I want you to know everything.
Okay.
I wish we would have done it a long time ago.
Yeah, Cordless.
Well, you didn't do this a long time ago, and so now...
Well, I keep calling it portable. It's close. Both. So are you looking at me right now, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
What do you think?
I'm thinking I wish I was there with you right now. If I was, you'd be naked.
I'm still
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Would you want to be?
I guess so.
Okay. Would you want me to be?
If you wanted to.
Of course I want to. Of course I want to be naked with you. I love you. Why wouldn't I want to be naked with you?
Lorne.
Too.
Am I making you blush?
A little bit, yeah.
So your parents are supposed to leave on the 18th?
Lorne, do you hear
Yeah,
this?
they'll be gone for about 4 days.
Yeah, I do.
Huh?
You
They'll
do?
be gone about 4 days.
For about 4 days?
Yeah.
So, do you know what time they're going to leave on the 18th?
No, but I'll let you know.
I would hope so. See, isn't it going to be a lot better now that I've quit my job?
What?
I said, it's going to be a lot better now that I've quit my job.
Why'd you quit?
Because the guy pissed me off. He tried to tell me what to do. He tried to tell me that I can't talk to other people that work in the building. I told him, well, basically I told him fuck himself.
That's pretty stupid.
Yep.
What he said.
Huh?
I mean, what he said.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe he tried to tell me who I could talk to and who I couldn't.
So what you gonna say?
Lorne, is this your voice?
Huh?
What do you...
Yeah, it is.
Panties and bra. A little bit of static, so I couldn't hear you.
Sorry. This phone's goofy.
Phone's goofy?
Yeah. Yeah, I really do.
I really do too. That'd be very nice.
I hope
Lorne,
so.
did you say all this? Lorne,
Huh?
did you say all this?
Yeah, I did.
All right, let's listen to more with these. I hate buffering. I swear YouTube is so slow.
That's so sweet.
Thank you. I got a stupid question.
Huh?
I know.
Well, you want to see him?
Yeah. I'm really stupid.
Why?
You asked me about the garage.
Yeah? You have one.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what about Bud, though? Don't be sorry. I love that you called. I was praying, I looked at the caller ID. If it was anybody else, I wasn't going to answer the phone.
Oh, that's okay. I still love you.
Huh?
I said that's okay. I still love you.
Oh, good. You better.
Sure.
You cut out a little bit of static, so I couldn't hear.
I'm just wearing a pair of blue jeans and a t-shirt.
Oh, What color panties and bra?
White.
White? You're going to wear white until you see me, aren't you?
Yeah, I said I would.
I love you.
I love you too.
Don't you wish you were here with me right now?
Yeah, I really do.
I really do too. That'd be very nice.
I hope so.
So, we got to be, like, really careful about doing this.
Uh-huh.
Your neighbors aren't going to be there either?
Oh, no, there's only, like, on the side of me, it's a really small neighborhood. It's only, like, 4 houses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and, like, there's, like, this wooded area behind me. It's not a lot of woods, but it's a little bit. And on the other side of me, there's, like, this road, but I don't know where it leads there. Well, they're not right across the road, but...
Be smart.
You sound really stupid. Sorry.
You don't sound stupid. You sound smart. That's what you sound like. You're my girl. You must be smart. And you look very beautiful, too.
Neighbors are supposed to go on a cruise.
When I come get you anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, wouldn't. That'd be really nice. You be ready?
Yeah, I'll be ready.
You're probably ready to come here right now, aren't you?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, wouldn't. That'd be really nice. You want to see him again?
Yeah. Will you pet
See if I can get this to.
Okay.
Show me about an hour away from me.
Okay. So what time do you think maybe you'll get there? No, they didn't tell me yet. They just...
It'll be all right because then you just leave me a message and so that I'll know, so that I'll get the message. Then
I want to see you too.
I'll see. I'll be staying. I'll stick right around the house just about all that day anyway, or before I can leave here. But huh?
Where are we going again?
Down here to my house.
Hang on a second. Oh.
Huh?
Okay, sorry. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I wish I was there with you right now. If I was, you'd be naked.
Really?
Yeah. Would you want to be?
I guess so.
Okay. Would you want me to be?
If you wanted to.
Of course I want to. Of course I want to be naked with you. I love you. Why wouldn't I want to be naked with you?
I love you too.
Am I making you blush?
A little bit, yeah.
So your parents are supposed to leave on the 18th?
Yeah, they'll be gone for about 4 days.
Huh?
They'll be gone about 4 days.
For about 4 days?
Yeah.
So, do you know what time they're going to leave on the 18th? Now that I've quit my job?
What?
I said, it's going to be a lot better now that I've quit my job.
Why'd you quit?
Because the guy pissed me off. Like doing construction work. Like carpentry and stuff like that.
What am I wearing?
Yeah, what are you wearing? Horrible. When I had my own business.
Yeah, I said I would.
Bruh. I'm really careful about doing this.
Why do they keep repeating over and over?
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of...
Then we'll go on.
I don't remember that.
Hold on a second. Say again?
I don't remember that phone call.
So you're saying that that one didn't happen?
I don't believe it did. That's what seems a little too weird.
What do you mean? You're saying that this isn't your voice?
I'm saying it's my voice, but it's manufactured. I didn't make that
In what
phone
way?
call. In every way, because I didn't make that phone call. I'm quite positive I talked to her 2 or 3 times.
I was skipping around because there's more footage. I was skipping around. Are you really denying the call?
I don't remember that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Your parents won't be home.
Can we?
Right.
I'm gonna work on that. Getting the CD player working because
Yes.
I get all the calls.
So,
I get all the DVDs.
so can,
Yes.
so here's my thing though,
Okay.
because you told me that you never wanted to go.
Can't stay alone since they're
And
watching TV.
Yeah,
I knew I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But you
Are you
just
anxious?
were talking about how excited you were
Yes.
to go.
I know. I don't understand. Explain.
Lauren, I
I
mean,
got way out of hand. What can I say, Ramona? I went to the house. I'm reliving something constantly from 10 years ago. I'm not going to keep reliving it.
okay, Lauren, I have to figure out a way to defend this. And you're making it difficult for me because you're not telling me the truth.
I'm telling you the truth.
There's
For one time, I was just playing, and I wasn't going to go. Even right up to that night, I was not going to go. I was supposed to go out with a friend for my birthday down to the karaoke.
okay, but
I did
Lauren.
not plan on going there. In the last minute, I decided to go.
Okay, but Lauren, you said you were going to play the calls, and now, and so you went to play the calls, and somehow you forgot to use how to use a CD player. Then
No, I didn't forget that. No, listen to me. I didn't forget how to use CD player. It's Uncle Rich's CD player. I don't know what's wrong with it. I've never played a CD in it before. His cassette player doesn't work. On the radio works.
I mean, oddly enough, all CD players usually work the same.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought too. But I can't get that thing to work, and I don't know what it's doing.
Hold on a second.
But it's going right to the thing, but it's not. The volume's not coming out of it.
Hold on a second. It's buffered a little bit more.
I'm glad you're coming.
Are you anxious to touch my penis?
Oh, good fucking.
Yes.
Huh?
I can't stay alone since they're in the living room watching TV.
Yeah, I know. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
Are you anxious?
Yes.
I can't believe this fucking call.
I'm glad you're coming.
Are you anxious to touch my penis?
Oh, God.
Again.
Didn't expect me to ask you that over the phone, did you?
I didn't think I had heard that.
I don't want to listen to any more of them.
Okay, now you don't want to listen to him. Would you rather me listen to him with you or with Barry? Because I don't want him to come.
I would rather you listen to him with me in person.
I don't want to listen to these in person because I don't want to associate your face with these calls. It's better for me if I listen to them over the phone with you, not in person, and I don't have to see your face and hear you talk like this.
And years ago is not me today.
Lauren, but the thing is that this is something, Lauren, this is
something I did 10 years ago.
Okay, but Lauren, I get that this was 10 years ago, but it's kind of hard for me. Okay, Lauren, you have to understand something. You have always told me that you didn't want to go to that house. You have always...
And I still stand by that because I do not I did not want to go there.
Okay, you've always told me that you didn't want to go. You have always told me that you were not going to have sex with her. You even told me one time, a long time ago, that you went because she was home by herself and you were worried about her and you wanted to make sure she was safe.
That was the reason that I went, too.
You went to make sure she was safe, but before you went...
Then I was all freaked out. I know what I did. I don't need to keep reliving it.
Okay, but Lorne, you might not want to relive it, but I've brought you into my world, and now I'm living it.
And you got
what?
Barry into your world too. He can't shut up. He's constantly doing everything to put me down.
What does Barry have to do with this?
You and I agreed a long time ago that we would listen to these things in person when you were here.
Lauren, I did not know that they existed. I did not know that you had phone conversations with her.
A long time ago, I told you I had CD, DVD.
You said you had, you know what? You said you had CDs.
You can listen to them.
Okay, you said you had CDs. I thought that you had CDs of your interrogation. I had no clue. I could not have fathomed in a million years that there were phone conversations between you and her.
I probably intentionally blocked the phone conversation.
Hey, I gotta go.
All about them.
I'll take and start going up to get you.
Probably intentionally did that.
Okay, so you intentionally did that.
Well, see, I'll stick right around.
Now it's brought back up into your memory, and you don't think I have a right to hear them?
Because
no, I think you have a right to hear them. But whether we would have been in person,
it'll take me about an hour before I can leave here. But about an hour after you call me, I'll take and start going up to get you.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are we going again?
Huh?
Where are we going again?
Down here to my house. To Nashville.
Sorry. I'm just so excited to get to see you.
I'm excited to see you.
And I did what I did, and I can't take it back. Much as I wish I could, I can't take it back. Did what I did. I paid my price for it. I continuously paying my price for it. This church taught bullshit.
Well, the problem is...
I will not go back on YouTube again.
Well, the problem is, it doesn't have anything to do with YouTube. The problem is that I'm now paying for these things that you did. Because I can't... I can't convince. Because, Lauren, you never once told me that there were phone calls. You never told me that there were phone calls.
I told you, I probably intentionally blocked them out. I didn't want to remember it. I didn't want to remember anything about it. I wish I could block the whole fucking thing out. But obviously, I can't do that.
Lauren, so you wish you could block it out, et cetera, et cetera. But here's the thing. You tell me all these things about how you're innocent because you didn't want to go. You're innocent because you didn't plan on having sex. You're innocent because you didn't mean to do anything. But then I hear phone calls completely contradicting that. And, I mean, yeah, you can say that you blocked them out. And honestly, if I was talking to Barry and you said that, I would say, well, Lauren blocked it out. But I'm not talking to Barry. I'm talking to you.
What?
Are you in the shower yet?
I mean, I don't buy that for $5. I mean, you didn't forget that there were phone calls.
You there? Good phone kisses.
I didn't forget.
What?
I said, deep inside, I probably didn't forget. Evidently, I was really trying to.
But so it's another lie. And
it's not a lie. I didn't tell you because I intentionally probably was trying to not remember.
how do you expect me to handle this? I don't even know what to say.
Ramona, I don't know what to tell you. I am trying to be completely honest with you about everything. There were phone calls. I probably intentionally blocked them out. I probably didn't tell you because I was probably trying to block them out myself. I didn't want to remember them because they grossed me out. I haven't even listened to the CD. But I know what the CDs are because it's named right on. Right on what they were.
I don't care. Give me one anyway.
The DVDs I did watch.
Please just go
Those were edited.
Kinda.
I know those were edited because I know what's missing from it.
Lorne, I mean...
Okay.
I don't want to finish my cigarette in my cup.
There is nothing to help out. I can't defend what I did wrong.
Lorne, I'm trying to make something of this. Okay.
I don't want you to lie for me. What I did was wrong. I did that stuff. It was 10 years ago. It was a completely different person. The very messed up person.
Lorne, how did I meet you?
You texted me.
How did I know that you existed?
Either your card or from the registered sex offender list.
Okay, so I met you from the registered sex offender profile, and I messaged you. Okay? That alone should have told you that I knew that something had happened that was of a sexual nature and that was illegal. So now the fact that you decided that you were going to lie to me and make me look like an idiot. I look like a complete idiot tonight on the phone with my therapist and with my brother. I looked like a complete idiot. Because
he mentioned the phone calls to you before.
He mentioned it before, and I thought it was just one phone call. And then I didn't know.
Because I had already told you there was only 2 or 3. I knew there wasn't 6. I know damn well there wasn't 6.
And, okay, it doesn't matter if there was only one. But the fact of the matter is that I hear you talking about your penis with what sounds like a really young child.
10 years ago. I did that 10 years ago.
But I'm trying to make...
I'm not hiding anything from you. I didn't lie to you because I intentionally blocked it out myself. I didn't lie to you about it. I didn't want to remember shit. And I can't help but remember shit when people bring it up.
One, but the problem is, and I've told you this before, and, you know, again, if Barry was on, I would never say this to you. I would never let him hear me say anything like this to you. But it's just you and me, and I want to say this to you. There are certain things that I've told you. There are certain things that you can do and certain types of crimes that you can commit that are kind of irredeemable. And crimes against children and sex crimes are 2 of the main ones. And so you're saying that it's 10 years ago, but it's the kind of thing, I mean, if you robbed a bank 10 years ago, right? If you robbed a bank, no one would care. Because, I mean, what'd you do? You committed you served, let's say, 5 years. You committed a federal type crime. I mean, you know, assuming it wasn't like armed robbery or anything. Or, you know, I mean, if you stole a pair of shorts from Walmart or something, again, no one would care 10 years later. Even if you stole a car. Even if you dealt drugs. Even if there's all sorts of things that you can do committing crimes. There's all sorts of felonies that you can commit in, let's say, 2017, and then in 2027, no one's going to give a shit. They're just not. But a crime against a child is not one of those things. And you're giving me something really hard to grapple with.
What do you want me to say? I did wrong with what I did. There's nothing that I can say more about it.
Well, I mean, the first thing you can do is stop trying to say that the calls were manufactured. That's probably the first thing.
I know there weren't 6 of them.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but you heard what? It doesn't matter if it was 6. I mean, it says 1 through 6. It doesn't matter if it was 6 or if that was just one long phone call that I just played. The fact of the matter is that it's not manufactured. Those are things you said. And I don't know how to. I'm really upset, Lorne.
You think I'm not?
Yes, I met you after seeing your registered sex offender profile, but I didn't think that there were these things in your past.
Those things are all from that sting. That thing that I constantly try to forget, that I cannot forget. People from the internet don't let me.
Lorne, you're not.
I am on probation because I go to see a therapist. Because I have this class that I go to. I cannot forget. There are things that I try to block out, but I don't have to relive everything.
Lorne, you're not even on the internet anymore.
Like hell. I'm all over the internet.
I'm sure there's still videos and stuff like that from like parodies that people had made, but you are not on the internet. So whatever they're doing is not affecting you. You're not on the internet.
That's why I won't go on YouTube again. I will not do videos again. They want to hear from me? Oh well, I don't care. They're not going to hear from me.
Okay, but what is that? That has nothing to do with this.
It's all based around that. People are obsessed with me because of that stupid show. Because I got caught up in that stupid mess. My head was fucked up. And I did a fucked up thing. I don't care to go on YouTube again to relive any of it. I don't care how obsessed people are with me.
I want to play some more of the call.
I think it was like 9:30. I looked at my clock and I up.
Of course, it's going to take forever to buffer.
Just about everything.
I was going to say, geez, don't lose me here. I don't want an hour.
Yes.
You want to see me doing? You'll be able to do it tonight too. I'm quite sure I will. Huh?
What are you going to be picking me up in again?
I think the thing that disturbs me the most
What are you supposed to bring in the bag?
The lies that I have uncovered tonight have been
Changed my mind.
Lorne.
Lies.
Lorne.
One of the lies.
Where's mine?
One of the lies. I know I had told you about the phone calls before.
I'm here.
I told you that we would listen to them together.
Okay, where's
when
my
you come
kiss?
up, meet me. And I would bring the CDs and the DVDs so you could listen to the CDs and you could see the DVD. You could see everything that I had. There were no lies.
I gotta take
I was
one
completely
too.
gobsmacked the other day when he said something about calls. And when he said that there were calls, I didn't know what I expected.
Okay.
Here, I didn't have anything in.
Okay, just as
I
long
didn't have
as you're
anything
sure
in mind.
What time
But
do
when
you
I
think you're
heard
gonna get here?
what I heard tonight,
I'm gonna take a shower, and
I mean, Lorne,
then I'm gonna.
are you still gonna try to tell me that you didn't want to go to the house after those calls?
I know I did not want to go to the house.
Are you still gonna try and tell me that you didn't want to have sex?
I still try to understand why I even went.
Are you still going to try and tell me that you didn't want to have sex? Let me play some more. Hang on.
Why? Why? How many more of those? I'm not going to keep reliving this shit.
Taking one yet?
No, not yet. I wanted to find out what time you were gonna be here.
And then I have to go to Walmart really quick to get them things so I don't get you pregnant. The ones that you're not going to be wearing.
Huh?
What are you supposed to bring in the bag?
What do you mean?
What are you supposed to bring in your bag?
Overnight clothes?
Yeah. And
tell me. Remind me.
your extra pair of panties.
My white panties, right?
Yeah, the ones that you're not going to be wearing.
I thought you wanted me to wear those.
I did, but then I changed my mind. I was like,
okay.
Oh my God.
I don't want to hear any more of them.
So, you weren't going to have sex, Lauren?
You keep hounding me about it.
Lauren, just admit it to me, and I'll consider breaking off the brakes.
Admit what to you? That I was fucked up? I've already admitted to you that.
Lauren, just admit that you were going to have sex. It bothers me that I hear stuff like that, and you say that you weren't going to.
It bothers me that I know I didn't want to go there.
Okay, but why were you going to get condoms
I still went
to
there.
have sex?
I'm going to keep dealing with this crap.
Lauren, you are not going to keep dealing with this crap? What am I supposed to say to my mother? Oh, God.
There's nothing different that I can tell you. I did what I did. I said what I said. There's no way for me to defend any of that.
Yeah, but you keep saying what you're not...
NBC by the balls.
Okay, but so it's NBC's fault?
It's my fault that I started talking to her. Not realizing how screwed up I was.
Okay, so...
What are you trying to get me to say, Ramona?
I don't know, Lauren, because I didn't...
I'm not going to tell you anything different than what I've already told you. I know I did not want to go there.
And you had no...
I don't understand to this day why I did.
And you have no intention of having sex.
Why do you keep trying to get me to say shit?
No, I'm just saying what you've said to me so many times. You have said to me many times that you had no intention of having sex.
And I still say I had no intention. I had no intention of going there. What I was doing was all talk. I had no intention of going there.
But
that's why I don't understand why at the last minute I went.
But buying condoms is not talk.
I know that. But I did not intend on going there until the last minute I wound up going. To this day, I don't understand why I did. That's what bothers me.
Maybe
Can't
you...
defend something that I did wrong. Well, not maybe I really wanted to.
No, I was saying...
I don't understand it.
Lorne, we both know the truth. You were going to have sex. You wanted to have sex with her. I mean, that's the truth.
I'm going to say that's the truth because I don't know if that's what would have happened or not. I'm glad it did not happen. I'm so fucking happy that NBC was there. After 9 months that I've been talking to you, you drilled it in my head that it's a good thing that NBC was there. I'm not going to say it's a good thing that NBC was there, but it's a good thing that the authorities were there.
Well, maybe NBC being there made it so that another child didn't get raped because they didn't want anything to happen like that to them.
That is probably a good thing. Bad thing is I never intended on even talking to a 13-year-old. Why I went in an adult chat room.
Lorne,
that's what the bad thing is.
Lorne, I know that you... Listen to me. I know that you... Look, think about all the things that I know about you. Let me just reason with you, okay? It's 9 months, as you said, right? Lorne?
Yeah.
It's been 9 months. And in that 9 months, look at everything I have learned about you. And I'm still here. But look at everything I've learned about you. I've learned that there was some kind of theft from some old people. I've learned that you get drunk and are abusive. I mean, I've learned that you... Well, in the call, I learned that you cursed out a boss. I mean, look at all of the bad stuff that I have learned about you, and I'm still here. And I want you, I really do, Mom. I really do. I just want you to be honest with me. Because here's the thing. I already...
You are the first person that I have ever been completely honest with.
Lorne, calm down. Listen. Lorne.
I have never told anybody everything that was in my head.
Lorne.
I am not lying to you about what I am telling you.
Lorne, I do think that somewhere in your mind that you... I want to say that in your mind, I think that you were so devastated by how your siblings had treated you. And you were so upset. And you were looking for love, and a part of love is sex. And I do think that you had found it. I mean, it was, sadly, it was fake, but I do think that you found it. And, I mean, I'm not mad. Lorne, I will not leave you for telling me that you wanted to have sex with her. I believe that that's what happened, that you wanted that. I will not leave you for that. I just want you to be honest with me, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Lorne, please stop.
I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you something I've never told anybody that I wonder in my head. It makes me wonder.
What makes you wonder?
If I thought that having sex was something to keep somebody around so that I didn't lose them all.
Wait, Lorne, are you crying?
Yes, hang on.
Okay, because I didn't hear any of what you just said.
I wonder if what I did, all the sexual stuff that I said, was a way for me to make sure I didn't lose somebody that I wanted to love me. That was showing me that they cared about me. Because of everything that I had been through and felt like nobody cared. That's something that I've never told anybody. tosses around in my mind.
And you know that, like, by having... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it's confusing. It's the reason why I get so confused about things.
Lorne, I mean, could it be, and, you know, and I agree with what you just said, and, I mean, don't feel like I'm, like, going to be mad because you liked other girls before you met me, because that's, like, not at all me, and you know me. I'm not a jealous person or anything like that, and, you know, and I had guys that I liked and whatever, but, could it be that at that time in your life you did find what you wanted? You found the love that you wanted. You found the person that you wanted. It's just unfortunate that she happened to be, you know, underage.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't find what I wanted. All I found was somebody that was paying attention to me and listening to me, showing me that they cared about.
And so knew.
That's what I found, and I got lost in it.
And so, like, you know, no, I understand. And so, like, you knew that, basically, like, having sex with her.
I lost all thought of it being underage. I knew it. I lost all thought of it, and I still knew it. That's why I'm confused about what happened. Because I knew she was underage. I still got completely lost.
But, like, you knew that, like, you know, if you had sex with her, that she would never leave you, and so, like, it was...
That's part of the stuff that was going on through my mind at the time. And at the same time, I still knew I didn't want to have sex with her, and I didn't, and I knew I didn't want to go there. And I never was supposed to go there until the very last minute when I went there, and I talked to her right before I went there, and told me to give her that big hug and kiss. And that, oh God.
Lorne, the reason, you know, and don't be mad at me, okay? The reason why, are you crying? What's going on?
That was the last time I saw it, but.
Oh. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Well, I was just going to say, like, that the reason why I think that... Are you okay?
Yes. I had for 9 years.
Well, no, I was just going to say that. Oh, go ahead.
Nothing. I'm just a little bud.
I'm really glad that you told me that he was put with good people, though. Damn it, TJ. I mean, I'm not mad at you or anything. I mean, I just think that, you know, you just got caught up. I mean, the reason I think that you wanted to have sex is because you found someone who met your emotional needs, and, you know, you wanted to have sex with them. I'm not mad at that.
I'm mad at myself doing what I did. I didn't want to go there, and I don't understand the whole thing. I don't know if I'll ever understand the whole thing. There's nothing that I can do about it. I did what I did. I can't take it back, and I wish to Christ I could, but I can't.
And I think, and I know that you wish that you could take it back and everything. But I think, to me, I think that it was just that you had this hole inside of you, right? And this whole, emotions and love and all that stuff. And then you met this person, their age notwithstanding, and that hole was filled. And that's why I think that, you wanted to have sex. I'm not hounding you about that. I just don't want you to tell yourself that you didn't, only because it hurts you more. I think it hurts you more when you hide this from yourself and when you deny this from yourself and when you lie to yourself. I think you hurt more when you do that.
Yeah, but I'm not lying to myself.
Listen, Lorne.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is I'm not lying to you, and I'm not lying to myself. I know I didn't want to go there. I don't understand why I did. Even when I went, I knew I didn't want to be there. I knew I didn't want to have sex with her. My thoughts were all confused that it was possible that I would.
Lorne, hold on a second. I gotta put my headphones in. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, my headset needs to be charged.
I've never lied to you about anything. I know I had mentioned the phone calls to you before, a long time ago, and that where I would bring the CDs, the DVDs, when we come up when we met, so we could listen to what I have. I got from the prosecutor. I never lied to you about anything, about the way that I felt, about my confusion, about not wanting to go there. I've never lied to you about any of it. I'm just so confused at the time and so messed up. So much worse to God that I can take that back. I can't. I did it. I can't take it back. All I can do is try to understand why I didn't. It's still hard for me to understand. I still don't understand. Part of the reason why I'm in therapy.
Why?
I don't understand how I spent my whole life protecting kids, and all of a sudden I wanted to wind up doing that.
But I think, listen, I think that admitting it, and Lauren, stop blocking it out. You're putting up a barrier, okay?
Admitting what? That I wanted to have sex with her?
Listen. Don't put up a barrier. Because here's the thing. When you do that, you set yourself back and you hurt yourself.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
And so you are traumatizing yourself every single time. Not because this thing happened and you have to live with it for the rest of your life, but because when you block things out and then you hear it again, it re-traumatizes you.
Just like when I hurt my ACL and I ignored it, and then I did something, I moved a little too much, or I like when I went to Niagara Falls and I did a little bit too much, and at night I would be in pain. I made life harder for myself because every single time I did too much, I re-injured myself, or it was like getting injured again. And so I think that that's what you do with a lot of things. You block things out to the point where it's quite believable that you forget and that you tell yourself certain things. And then when you're faced with it, you get re-traumatized, as opposed to being faced with it and being able to say, yeah, I know, I did X, Y, and Z, and, I'm a different person now. You get re-traumatized every single time.
It bothers me that I did it.
I think more so what bothers you is that you can't be, I don't know how to say it, it bothers you because you, I'm trying to think how to word it, it bothers you because you can't make sense of it, because it sounds, you think it would sound
me. It's not me. That's what bothers me. I can't make sense out of it because it bothers me, because I know that's not the person that I am. Was because I was so weak-minded, someone else was able to take over my thoughts of what I was doing. That was the only sense that I could make out of any of it.
What I want
that's what I went with, but I still wanted more, so I tried to find more psychology books.
What I want you to do is I want you to come to a place. Let's proverbially hold hands because we're over the phone, and let's walk to a place where you and me, but you can be comfortable in saying, I did this. I had bad intentions. I was a different person. I am a different person. And I was a different person back then. And I think if you can arrive at that, it's tough. It is tough. Because when you are on a show like Dateline and you get caught in that moment that you get caught and you realize everything is going to come crashing down.
You know what's really weird about that moment?
What?
That's when I woke up. I realized, how the hell did I get here?
It's a rock bottom. And you have to hit a rock bottom. But the thing is that for you, I want you to be able to admit, hey, look, you know what? When you're talking to Emma, when you're talking to your probation officer, even your therapist, even your mom, you can tell them whatever the hell you want. But, when you're talking to me, I want you to be able to be honest and not, and being honest is not saying what's at the top of your head. It's saying those things that you have completely blocked out. Because I think that you are re-traumatizing yourself every day. And I think the key to freedom is to search inside yourself and to, even if it's just to me.
I see, I'm being honest with my therapist too, and with the class. Being as honest with them as I am with you. And it's obvious that I had bad intentions when I went there. But at the same time, I knew I didn't want to do anything. I knew I didn't want to go there, and
I think that
I don't understand any of what I did. I don't understand how I got to that point.
What do you mean?
I don't understand how I got to the point of where I went there.
I think that I think that people who are vulnerable and who are predisposed to how do I say, people who are vulnerable and who are predisposed to do certain things, when the stars align in a certain way, they can be made to do anything. When you look at, well, I know you don't watch crime shows, or I don't think you watch crime shows, but when you look at crime shows and you see all these stories of doctors and I guess in some cases maybe lawyers and actors and actresses and people who are pillars of their community who murdered people or who did things that a lot of people would say are really horrible. The fact that they are a doctor doesn't make them, or a lawyer or whatever, doesn't make them any more or less likely to do those things. What you have is someone who most likely was a really good person. And because of the way that the Jenga blocks lined up, they found themselves doing something really bad. You see what I mean? So,
yeah.
So I'm thinking of many cases where even judges, when you have a judge, I mean, someone who's a judge who ends up killing someone, they didn't say, hey, I'm going to go through all these years of schooling to become a judge, and I'm going to go through all the elections and everything I have to do to sit on the bench, and then I'm going to throw it away by committing a capital crime. They don't say that. Most likely they're a good person, and the stars aligned in such a way that they ended up doing something really bad. And not because they didn't want to. I mean, they wanted to at that time. It's just the way that the circumstances lined up. Most likely they're a good person, and the stars aligned in such a way that they ended up doing something really bad. And not because they didn't want to. I mean, they wanted to at that time. It's just the way that the circumstances lined up. And so it would probably be easier for you to admit that you killed somebody than to admit that you wanted to have sex with this child. Now, obviously, killing somebody would serve a longer prison sentence, but I think what's been so hard for you is the fact that you have denied certain things and blocked out certain things so much now to the point that you're confused, you get re-traumatized, and you've ignored reality, you don't remember things because you've blocked it out, and you don't understand how you felt at the time. So you just kind of say, well, there were no feelings. I didn't want to do anything and whatnot. You see what I mean?
I see what you mean. I understand it, but there, and I don't understand how I got turned around. How I actually went there, and how I did all the things I did. I don't remember going there that night.
You don't remember going?
I remember on my way there.
But you've probably.
I remember that it had been lightning in the distance. I thought it was about turning around because Bud was afraid of lightning, and I was hit under the table, and we got to a point where I walked further than what I thought it was going to be, and it took a long time for me to get to the next exit, and somewhere in between, I almost went down into the median, turn around and get on the other side of the interstate going south, go back home. I didn't know what was in the median. I went down in the bank. I didn't know what was down there, and I had a two-wheel drive truck, and I didn't want to get stuck. I was like, I'll just keep going to the next exit, and I'll turn around to the next exit and go back home. The next exit wound up being that exit that I didn't take.
Lauren, I want you.
Said, well, here, I'll go over.
Lauren, this is what I want you to do, and this is what we're going to do tonight.
I've never told anybody that.
I didn't hear you. Say again.
On my way there, there was lightning in the distance. But I was afraid of lightning. So I was trying to get under the table whenever it lightning.
Wait, what about lightning?
It was lightning that night.
Yeah.
The distance was lightning. It was coming toward Nashville. But I was afraid of lightning. We always sit under the table. And I almost turned around because of that. Didn't want to getting to be too far further than what I thought it was. And I was going to turn around the next exit. And it took a long time to get to the next exit. And in between, before I got to the next exit, I almost turned around in the median. Almost go down into the median, turned around, got back on the road, going back to Nashville. But I didn't know what was in the median because it was dark. I couldn't see. It went downhill, then back up again. I didn't know if there was anything down there, if there was water, and I didn't want to get stuck. I only had two-wheel drive, so I kept going to the next exit, and the next exit wound up being the exit that they told me to take. So I decided I was that far, so I'd go.
Lauren, this is what I want you to do. Listen to me. Because we're going to do some exercises here, and I want you to set yourself free. And I'm talking to you as someone who, is from your personal life, but also someone who almost had a job doing this and helping people. How do I say it? I want you to, first thing I want you to do is I want you to realize that, okay, you are off the internet, so you're not, you've decided that you're going to stay off. So, any kind of like search a cod bullshit that people do, you're not going to see. And that's a good thing, but, you don't have to.
Because I still hear about it.
No, but here's the thing, though. You every now and then you get some bullshit letter in the mail or something like that. I think that if that, and it seems like that is the only, that's the only source of this kind of stuff that you're going to hear, right? Because nobody in your family, none of your friends, nobody is going to hound you about this thing. And I think what would have been easier is that if in the beginning you had told me all of the things that I found out tonight and the things that I found out in stride, I think that would have been easier, because now at this point, maybe back then we wouldn't have needed to have a conversation like that. So the fact that you didn't tell me that you blocked it out, and you need to not block it out. Here's the thing. Nobody in here likes
why I drank.
You think the thing and everything is part of the reason you drank?
Being so confused, wanting to get away.
But that is just, it's not even a Band-Aid. I mean, it's turning your head the other way. It's seeing that a lion is chewing off your leg, and instead of fighting back, or instead of trying to, well, no, I don't want to use an example that involves animals like that. I'll say it's like, it's like if somebody gets gangrene, right? And let's say they have it on their pinky. And they say, well, if I just ignore it, if I just look the other way, I'll be okay. And so they just turn their head and they don't look at their pinky. Even though it has gangrene, it has an infection, they can see it, they can stop it and be okay. They decide they're going to turn their head and just look the other way. It's going to spread. And it's not going to stop spreading. And either you're going to lose a limb or two or three or four, or they're going to die. And this is what's happening here now. You're not going to die, but you have turned your head and you're suffering for it. And you will suffer, I promise you, you will suffer every day of your life that you deny things and that you make a false reality every single night. Or every single day, rather, but at night too. Do you see how that's going to happen? What?
I can make the terms of what I did.
But here's the thing. You literally have two choices. Literally.
I don't want to believe what I did. I know I did it. And it's
But here's the thing, though. You literally only have two choices. You need to come to terms with what you did and say, yes, I wanted to fuck the girl. I was fucked in the head. I wanted to fuck her. That's why I bought condoms. That's why I wanted to, that's why I drove there. That's why I did all these things. You need to come to those terms, set yourself free, or you will suffer like you're doing right now.
That's the problem, no.
Lauren, listen. You will suffer every single day for the rest of your life.
That is my problem, though. I did not want to go there. That's what I have a problem with. I knew I didn't want to do that stuff. I understand why I did it. It's the hardest thing to do, to understand why I did what I did.
I think that the reason why is because you had found, and here's the thing, you don't have to understand it. I understand it. Your therapists understand it. Your counselors understand it. You don't need to understand it. You just need to, and I know it's hard, Lauren, it is fucking hard as hell. But you are going to suffer every single day. Don't you want to take back your life? I mean, well, answer me this. Have you lived one day since this day? You truly lived one day since the thing. Lauren,
I'm here.
have you lived one day? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously you're alive, but have you truly lived one day since that sting operation? Lauren,
I'm here.
I want you to take back your life, and I'm trying to help you do it. You and I'm telling you, you are not. You're not going to take back your life without.
It bothers me that I could have done that.
But here's the thing:
If I couldn't control myself with what I was saying on there, obviously I couldn't control myself going there because I went there.
But here's the thing: you did it. You had your intentions. You know what you were going to do, but you didn't do it.
I thank God every day for that.
But the problem that you are going to live with is that until you admit it, you're not going to be free. Because A, you're living a lie, and B, you're trying to convince yourself of something that deep down you know isn't true. And that's fucking hard.
I don't know it's not true that I didn't want to go there. I know it's true that I didn't want to go there. What's true, though, also is that I went there. I'm not going to say that it couldn't have happened had I not been stopped. It could have happened. Could have done something terrible. It's not easy to deal with.
But you have to, or else you're going to end up drinking again. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I won't turn to drinking again because I'll never treat you like that again.
No, it's not about me. It's not about me.
I'll never act like that again either.
No, listen to me. It's not about me.
I'll never bring myself that low again. I think I have to drink to get away.
But that's the only way that's the only thing that you have. That's the only thing that you have, because you can either lie to yourself or you could admit that you had horrible intentions and that you were going to do horrible things to someone and that you were going to do things that are unimaginable. But you were stopped. And for that, you're grateful. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
But you're going to live in a personal prison every day for the rest of your life. You know, just smoking and drinking beer and zoning out while you drive. Not like falling asleep, but just like, you know, and whenever you hear something that reminds you of this thing, you're going to tell yourself another lie. When, if you admit to yourself these things and your intentions and everything, that will set you free. And I'm talking about your discussion with me. What you say to your therapist and your counselor is, you know, is you know what you decide to say. I'll say this though: you could You could talk about how back then you had the intentions of having the girl swing from a chandelier and land on your penis and ride off into the sunset, and there isn't shit that they can do legally. Because for one thing, it never happened. For another thing, it was something that you wanted, it was something that you desired, but again, it never happened. And so here's the thing. Once you come to terms with admitting those kinds of things, that's when me, but more importantly, your therapist and your counselors can help you better. And they can help you live better.
I know I had bad intentions to go there, period. I had to have had bad intentions. But at the same time, I knew I didn't want to go. Where I get so confused of why I did go. That's not easy to understand it.
I think that
there's no way to say for me to say that I had good intentions when I went there. And when I knew one reason was that gay. The parents at home, I could always go check on her and make sure she's all right. But then another reason I said I had to take her stop, and then I know those thoughts must have been in my head too. And I brought the condom, brought her a gift, so they asked me to bring, so it made it look like I was in there. I mean, I lost all complete control of myself. I don't understand how I let that happen. It doesn't matter if I say it, if I can't understand why. I can know why in my head, understand it. I mean, just say it and walk around and you know, people don't make it nothing. When I admit to it, I completely understand it, so I'm being honest with them. So yeah, I did it, and I did it for this reason. I have to know, I have to understand the reason too. Otherwise, I'm just being a liar. How do I understand how I did it, or why I did it when I knew that I didn't want to do it? That's what I don't understand. Is how could I allow myself to do something that I knew I didn't want to do?
Why didn't you want to go to the house?
Because I didn't want to have sex with a 13-year-old girl. Because I didn't want to be known as that, and I certainly didn't want to hurt a kid. That's why I don't understand why I did it.
Could it be that you wanted to have sex with the girl for the thrill, but at the same time, you might not have wanted to hurt her?
No, because I didn't want to have sex with the girl. I didn't want to have sex with an underage kid. The only sense that I can make out of it is because from me she cared. At the time, I didn't feel like anybody cared about me. That's the only sense that I can make out of all that. There's no way for me to take back what I did. Try to understand something that I knew I didn't want to happen, and why I let it happen when somebody just told me that they can something I was lacking. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. I hate so bad that I went there. I hate so bad that I talked to her the way I did. I showed myself naked on webcam. I hate everything about what I did. I wish so bad that I could go back and take it all back.
But rather than taking it back, I think the next best thing that you can do is to admit it to yourself and set yourself free.
Well, I have to admit it to myself. I don't have a choice. I have to admit it to myself that I went there. I went there, and I obviously had bad intentions when I went there, whether I wanted to do them or not. I still went there. I mean, there had to have been something in it that drew me to that. I'm mad as hell because I did. I'm mad as hell because I went there. I'm mad as hell because I talked to her the way I did. And I don't think it's anybody else that I'm mad at. I'm mad at myself. I'm disgusted in myself for doing it. That's probably why I try to block things out. I don't want to believe that I did it. But I did it, and there's nothing I can do about it. It frustrates the hell out of me. I don't know how to explain it to you. You probably understand me better than anybody else. I've never talked to anybody else this much about it. Never even in class, even in the alley, I've never gone this depth into discussing it. Trying to figure it out. Not so bad to understand what made me do it. What was it inside myself that made me do it? The only thing that I can come up with, somebody telling me that they cared, and that's the powerful thing at the time. That's all I can make sense of.
Well, but you're kind of just making excuses and not really admitting anything, really.
I'm not making excuses, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm admitting that I did it. There's no way around me not admitting that I did it, because I did it.
So you say bad intentions. That's not the same as, saying that you wanted to go have sex with her.
What I'm saying is I'm afraid that might have been a reason.
What do you mean?
That might have been part of the reason that threw me there.
What might have been?
Because it's possible that I might have wanted to have sex with her.
Yeah,
That could have been part of the reason. But why would I want to have sex with a 13-year-old girl when I knew I didn't want to? That's what I'm trying to understand. And for everybody else, it's just for me admitting that I want to have sex with an underage girl. It doesn't end there for me like that. Why would I want to do something I didn't want to do?
Damn it.
I think because in your mind it was like sex is sex, and also, it might have been more exciting with someone who was inexperienced. That's what it was.
The only thing that I can think of is that having sex would have been a way for me to think that I wouldn't lose somebody that was showing that they cared about me.
Why would you think that 13-year-old though would break up with you if you didn't have sex with her?
I don't know. You see what I'm saying? For everybody else, it's just it ends at me admitting that I want to go to have sex. It doesn't end there for me. That's not where it ends for me. When I think about it, I've got to think the whole thing through. Why would I want to do something that I knew I didn't want to do? Not just admitting it. Because admitting it, I can say, okay, I went there to have sex with an underage girl. But that's not where it ends. I know the other thoughts that were in my head, but I didn't want to go there. I knew that it would have been a good idea for me to go there so I could check and make sure she's all right if she's all alone. But also, at the same time, there's all the sexual talk and of somebody that showed that they cared about me that I hadn't had for a long time, that the questions don't end there for me. It might end there for everybody else, but it doesn't end there for me. Nobody knows as much about what is in my mind as you do.
And you say this, but I'm saying that I think that you wanted to have sex. I don't think necessarily that you were thinking, oh, a 13-year-old, but rather that it was an opportunity to have sex with someone who was young and inexperienced, and that you wanted that.
And you might be right. I admit, you might be right. This is part of what I don't understand. You know what I'm saying, though? For everybody else, it ends at me admitting that I want to have sex with an underage girl. It doesn't end there for me because I knew I didn't want to do it. Why would I want to do something I knew I didn't want to do? I have to figure this shit out. It doesn't stop with admitting it. For everybody else, it stops with me admitting it. It doesn't stop there for me. The shit that I need to make damn sure I never do again. I'd never lose control like that again.
But see, Lorne, this is one of the things holding me back from ending the break, because it's like, in order for you to not do this again, in order for you to free yourself, for you to start living today, you have to admit these things. And the reason is because the evidence shows it. It's like, it's.
I'm admitting that that part of the reason I went there was to have sex with an underage girl. But also part of the reason was because I wanted to check and make sure she was all right if she was home alone.
But Lorne, did you just know that?
I know. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me. I need to understand it all so that I don't ever lose control again.